On Global TV News Prime, President Tinubu appoints Abba Aliyu Managing Director of Rural Electrification Agency. In business, Naira appreciates against US dollar in parallel market. On the foreign scene, US President Donald Trump threatens BRICS with 100% tariff. And in sports, Pep Guardiola likens Man City's upcoming Champions League clash with Real Madrid to a red bay. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Jumai Manson. Now, a quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nicomsat. Now the news in full. The Director General of National Youth Service Corps, NYSC Brigadier General Yusufu Ahmed, says Corps members will begin receiving approved monthly allowance of 77,000 naira starting February 2025. Brigadier General Ahmed disclosed this while speaking to the 2024 Batch C Stream 2 Corps members in Katsina State, where he confirmed that the increment has been included in the 2025 federal government budget and will take effect once the proposal is passed. President Bola Tinubu has appointed Abba Aliyu as the substantive managing director of the Rural Electrification Agency. The appointment, effective January 23, 2025, is for an initial term of 4 years, according to the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga. Until his appointment, Aliyu, who has over 20 years of experience in energy and organizational development in the private and public sector, had been the agency's acting managing director. Over now to Bayes University, one of Nigeria's leading higher institutions of learning, has held its 37th Board of Trustees meeting in Abuja. The institution's chancellor, Dr. Datti Baba Ahmed, says the major outcome of the meeting is the appointments of key officers who will oversee the affairs of the university going forward. Uyi Agbomofuegbe was there for Global Television and now reports.
The Chancellor announced that a new Vice-Chancellor has been appointed for their institution for an initial 5-year term.
It was unanimously adopted that Professor Jamila Shuara be appointed the Vice-Chancellor for Bayes University for a first 5-year tenure in accordance with the university law. And this will be with effect from Monday, 3rd February 2025.
Similarly, Dr. Datti Baba Ahmed stated that the university now has a new registrar in the person of Professor Abiodun Adeniyi.
I am also to announce the appointment of Professor Abiodun Adeniyi as the registrar of Bayes University for the first time, and again is in accordance with the university law of Bayes University.
The appointed officers share their thoughts on the appointments and make a commitment to continually drive the culture of academic excellence at the university.
Bayes University is an institution that is a brand. It's synonymous with excellence. The job of the Vice Chancellor is to open up new vistas, academic excellence, studentship, capacity building, quality of staff, quality of infrastructure, and community engagement. This is what the job of a Vice Chancellor entails, and I hope and pray that I will do my best.
It's an honor, to be recognized and to be considered fit for that position. And of course, tremendous thanks to the owner of the University Council, for that confidence. And it's a responsibility that, one hopes not to shirk, by doing our very best, with the support of the Almighty God.
Dr. Mohammed Bello Waziri Dogo was also reappointed for a second term of 3 years as the Chief Medical Director of Bayes University Hospital. Uyi Agbomofuegbe reporting for Global Television News.
The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has says the registration for 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME will now commence on February 3rd instead of January 31st, as earlier announced. The board's public communication advisor, Fabian Benjamin, disclosed this in a statement in Abuja, noting that the change was necessary to allow the board implement essential adjustments to its registration template. He added that the additional time would be used to ensure that all necessary changes were made for a smooth registration process. Available evidence has shown that, among other factors, that the influx of drugs, especially tramadol and other pharmaceutical products, are playing a significant role in violent extremism across the Lake Chad region. At the third day of the Lake Chad Basin Governors Forum holding in Maiduguri, experts expressed the belief that curbing drug abuse and trafficking requires active collaboration and commitment among the Lake Chad region member states. Global TV correspondent Idris Jibril reports.
Political instability, corruption among law enforcement agencies and weak governance are believed to be responsible for continued drug trafficking and dependency among youth within the region. Although laws and policies exist, these experts argued that they are not properly enforced due to corruption and limited resources at the disposal of security agencies.
Agencies themselves is a really serious problem, and they lack proper training on advanced detection and surveillance methods. So to try and bring out these challenges, they need serious capacity building, they need accountability mechanisms, and also international support to see that the law enforcement agencies become up and doing in control of drug trafficking and abuse.
These participants say cocaine and other pharmaceutical products are largely responsible for most violence taking place within the Lake Chad region, noting that traffickers are making billions of dollars in profit annually.
There are these interconnected criminal activities are striving in most cases in conflict areas for the illicit exploitation of natural resources. You will see that today gold mining and illicit gold mining has become a key problem identified through numbers of these resources. And whenever people burst those illicit settlements, one of the key crimes that is discovered is illicit drugs.
In curbing illicit drugs abuse and trafficking to prevent violent extremism in the Lake Chad region, there is, however, the need to follow the money by establishing strong anti-money laundering mechanism within the region.
We need to harmonize the anti-drug laws to facilitate and also the border control to be enhanced. Without doing this, we'll also have one problem or the other, making it possible for this dangerous act to continue in all the regions. You are free from this country, you run to the other country due to the porosity of our border and lack of border control and lack of harmonization of the anti-drug laws.
Other important areas to curb drug abuse and trafficking include trans-border collaboration, job creation and youth rehabilitation within the member state of the Lake Chad region. From Maiduguri, Idris Juprin reporting for Global Television News.
Minister of Housing and Urban Development Ahmed Dangiwa has revealed that the federal government plans to deliver 100,000 social housing units for vulnerable groups across all 774 local government areas. The minister stated this during his presentation at the 4th edition of the Real Estate Future Forum in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, calling on global investors in Saudi Arabia to take advantage of the huge opportunities in Nigeria's housing sector. He disclosed that Nigeria's huge housing deficit offers enormous business opportunities, adding that the renewed Hope Cities and Estates program serves as a low-hanging fruit for investors in the Middle Eastern nation to take advantage and get good returns. The military says troops have neutralized 358 terrorists and arrested 431 suspects during the month of January 2025. Director Defense Media Operations Major General Edward Buba disclosed this in a statement, noting that it is in continuation of the military's sustained tempo in defeating terrorists and their cohorts in the ongoing counter-terrorist and insurgency operations across the country. Buba said the troops apprehended 59 perpetrators of oil theft and rescued 249 kidnapped hostages. Over now, the Imo State government has reinforced its commitment to improving healthcare delivery through technology. This was stated at a 3-day training program focused on digitizing data management in all 305 basic healthcare provision fund facilities, organized in partnership with the World Bank, has begun in Owerri, the state capital. Our correspondent was there and now reports.
State government, through the Ministry of Health, Primary Health, Social Services and Health Insurance, in partnership with the State Primary Health Care Development Agency, introduced the DHIS2 platform for efficient data management. Declaring the event open on behalf of the State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, the Commissioner for Health, Prosper Success Onyara, described the initiative as a pivotal step in modernizing the state healthcare system, stating that it will enable the ministry plan effectively and respond promptly to the health need of the people.
And you must make sure that whatever you learn here today, you start imputing. One, the health insurance people will no longer be doing the paperwork with you again in your facilities. Please make sure you learn what to do. All know that. Please do your very best. So on behalf of His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, I declare this training open.
In her welcome address, Reverend Sister Dr. Maria Jonas Uzoma, Executive Secretary of the Imo State Primary Health Care Development Agency, emphasized the importance of digitalization in improving healthcare delivery across the state.
We want to change the face of the primary health centers in Imo State. You know that His Excellency is planning, in fact, he has approved the renovation, revitalization of 150 health centers in Imo State. Very soon, they will wear new look.
Imo State Insurance Agency and Dr. Adeniyi Adeniro, representing the coordinator of World Health Organization in Imo State, with both commending the government for prioritizing healthcare initiatives.
On behalf of the staff and management of the Imo State Health Insurance Agency, I want to thank you, most importantly, for the wonderful work you are doing in these communities. And to also let you know that data is life. You cannot speak to what you are doing in the communities without data. This is our state. I will must make sure in one way or the other we project the state in the good light by giving our services as we have been trained for the best of the good people of this state. Thank you and God bless.
Of WHO, I first want to thank the leadership of the Ministry of Health, Honorable Commissioner Dr. Prosper Success. I want to thank the executive secretaries. I want to thank the leadership at the local government level and the data managers, that is the MI officers, for bringing this together. I want to assure you that we'll continue to partner with you, we'll continue to be associated with you, and we'll continue to be proud of you in Imo State.
With this forward-thinking initiative, Imo State government continues to lead in adopting technology for health improvement. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
The Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project, SIRAP, has notified Nigeria Communications Commission, NCC, of its pending suit challenging the government's decision to approve an increase in telecommunications tariff by 50%. This is just as NCC said it will engage the Nigerian Labour Congress, SIRAP, and the National Association of Telecom Subscribers in Nigeria to explain the reason for the price adjustment. SIRAP, in a letter, cautioned the Commission on the need to desist from taking any action that would be prejudicial to the suit before the court. Imo State Executive Council has reaffirmed the support for Governor Hope Uzodinma by passing a vote of confidence on his leadership at its first meeting in his second tenure. The council commended the governor's development strides, pledging continued support for policies aimed at transforming the state. Our correspondent, Amarachi Ibe, tells us more.
The highlights was the announcement of a strategic partnership between the United Nations and the state government to engage 1,000 graduates of the Skill Up Imo program. Under this initiative, beneficiaries will be deployed to various ministries, departments and agencies across the state, earning a monthly stipend of 100,000 for 12 months. Addressing journalists after the meeting, the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Declan Emelumba, described the partnership as a major endorsement of the state's digital transformation agenda and a boost for youth empowerment.
The engagement will see to these 1,000 graduates of the program receiving 100,000 naira every month for 12 months. That's the initial agreement. They will engage them for 12 months.
In another significant development, the Executive Council approved a $21 million contract for the upgrading of the electricity transmission and distribution network in the state. The project aims to provide steady power supply across all 27 local government areas, a move expected to spur industrial growth and economic development.
The engagement approved the award of contract to develop and upgrade the electricity transmission and distribution network in the state to Matco Projects Company at a cost of $21 million. That is for, I'm sure that before the second or third quarter of this year ends, all the 27 local governments in the state will be connected to 24/7 electricity.
Other key decisions reached at the meeting include re-elimination of industrial and mining sites across the state, signing MOU with University of California and Silicon Valley, formally approve of the Orashi Special Energy Free Zone in collaboration with development partners, a collaboration with Eastern West Management Company to enhance waste management service in the state. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has advocated review of the death penalty law in the country, while calling for the creation of an equitable, effective and respectful justice system. Kalu said he has sponsored a bill to amend the 1999 Constitution aimed at abolishing the practice, saying opposition against removal of death penalty was declining on a daily basis, hence the need to align the nation's law with global practices. Speaking to a delegation from Death Penalty Project led by the officials of the British High Commission in Abuja, Kalu said as further discussions are held, the goal is not to diminish the seriousness of capital offenses, but to create a justice system that is equitable, effective, and respectful of human rights. The Police Service Commission has ordered the immediate retirement of all senior police officers who have either exceeded 35 years in service or above the age of 60. This is contained in a statement by the Commission's Head of Press and Public Relations, Ikechukwu Ani, in which the Commission reviewed its earlier stance from the 24th plenary meeting in September 2017. That allowed force entrants to use their date of enlistment instead of their initial appointment date. Directive follows controversy over the tenure of the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, after he clocked 60 years, which the Police and Authority General of the Federation have, however, defended as lawful. You are watching the live broadcast of News Prime on Global Television, coming to you from the nation's capital, Abuja, where News Prime returns. Central Bank of Nigeria pledges youth-friendly credit capacity building for economic growth. We shall bring you those details as well as foreign and sports stories right after the break. Please stay with us. You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is News Prime on Global Television, and thank you for staying with us. On our foreign stories now, Ukrainians can again bring their children to join them in the United Kingdom after the government reversed changes to visa rules. Last February, without notice, the government had restricted eligibility to Ukrainians without the right to live in the UK permanently could no longer sponsor people under the Homes for Ukraine scheme, which allows people to host those fleeing the war. They welcomed the announcement as a huge relief for parents separated from their children, but warned it will not help those forced apart from other family members, such as siblings or parents. In our sports story now, Pep Guardiola has likened Man City's upcoming Champions League clash with Real Madrid to a derby as the two European giants prepare to face up for the fourth consecutive season. This is just as the Spaniard fears Man City's bid to knock holders Real Madrid out of the Champions League will be hampered by the grueling demands of the Premier League schedule. Former AC Milan coach Paulo Fonseca has been appointed head coach of La Liga 1 side Lyon following the departure of Pierre Sage. The 51-year-old former Portugal international signed a 2.5-year contract and has been tasked with guiding Lyon, who are currently sixth in the table, to Champions League qualification. Ceylon Sport Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca he is yet to decide which goalkeeper will face West Ham on Monday, having previously backed number 1 Robert Chantes despite high-profile mistakes. Chantes have been the Italian coach's first-choice keeper, but has made a joint Premier League high of 5 mistakes leading to goals this season. Maresca, however, hinted at a possible change with deputy Flip Jefferson as an option as former Chelsea manager Graham Potter returns to Stamford Bridge on Monday with the Hammers. And Slot has urged Mohamed Saleh to sign a new contract with Liverpool, advising the Egypt star against a lucrative move to Saudi Arabia. Saleh has been in sensational form his season, but is out of contract in June, with speculations persisting that the Saudi Pro League could not be a possible destination for the Egyptian superstar. As Global News Prime comes to an end, let's take a quick look at our top stories again. We brought to you that President Bola Tinubu has appointed Abba Aliyu as a substantive managing director of Rural Electrification Agency. And in business, we brought to you that the Naira appreciated against the US dollar in the parallel market on Friday, closing at 1,610 Naira to a dollar, which represents a 20 Naira increase within a day. On the foreign scene, US President Donald Trump has threatened the BRICS group of emerging economics with 100% tariffs if they move away from the United States dollar as an international means of payment. And finally, in sports, we brought to you that Pep Guardiola has likened Man City's upcoming Champions League clash with Real Madrid to derby as the two European giants prepare to face off for the fourth consecutive season. And that's it on Global Television News Prime. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365, on Star Times channel 276, and free to air on Nicomsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen by using @Global TV NG. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching.